The last month has been quite amazing for me and my team, ever since I've changed the look of this channel from this to this.
Still looks ugly as shit.
For this 400 subs video, I'm gonna talk about all the changes that went through this channel, when and why it was made, but first of all, thank you everyone for sticking with us. I'm really proud of what I achieved so far, and I'm so glad that people are appreciating what I'm working for.
You're all dupes.
This channel started no other than a YouTube poop channel, kind of what you'll expect from us, obviously because most of my subs comes from this retardedly brilliant video. What even is this video? I've started doing YouTube videos as a hobby with Mighty, and surprisingly enough, it somewhat pulled attention. I've later started doing TF2 montages like these old classics, the best team, how to sticky jump, and this video where this awesome kid sings Adele songs. People actually like these videos, and the more people like them, the more I start taking my YouTube channel seriously. Eventually, the Uber sandwich turned into TeamTime. It was made with the initial combined thought of, hey, we're all fucking idiots that make funnies, we should totally record this, and I think it was actually the right step for us. TeamTime at its core has a great potential to keep things fresh and always funny. However, the main problem I had with this channel is finding a good image to it, like an icon that can represent us. The concept is that we're a team with the time for goofs. If only that was the case. So the easiest route to go for is an icon of a clock. Quite literally. Shaking my head. The first icon was a lame Google image clock that I slapped some text onto, and it survived for a while. Somewhat. I didn't really know what direction I was going for, but it was an initial start. Initial start? I just said initial start, what is wrong with me? Later on I told myself, fuck at this, I'm making my own clock. Now you gotta understand that even though this was initially a bad idea, it still gave me some momentum to proceed. Eventually I had to go with the damn thing again, and I managed to create this. A weird clock with a funny smiley face on it. The smiley face was introduced to show the fact that we're a bit kooky and not always right in mind. Funnily enough, I was really satisfied with it to the point I started animating the smiley in outros or giving my own spin-offs to it. Eventually the time had come where I was dissatisfied with the icon yet again, and I had to give it a really big upgrade. I had more experience with Photoshop and drawing at the time, and I tried to make something a bit more aesthetic, I guess. This was the most recent icon of the channel before the last change. It kept that weird look of wackiness in its smile, and the whole idea of the clock was already almost gone. At this point it was just a funky smile that you couldn't really determine its meaning. And it's one of the main reasons I changed the icon again. You see, I kept on changing the image because it dissatisfied me for how it doesn't quite manage to represent my team. And back then when I used the channel logo with the Minecraft characters, people stuck to the stereotype and thought it was just another kids channel. Don't get me wrong though, we still play Minecraft from time to time, but it's not something that should represent us. So I said, fuck it, this shit. I'm gonna go give me some drawing tablet now. I got the drawing tablet, I had worked with it a few times, and I probably still have a lot to train with it. But I eventually made this.
I made this. Me. I did that.
Drawing your own characters has to be the best way to represent them from their core. You get Killy with his mystic void magic that he always likes. You get Kek who doesn't really find his own image, so he sexually identifies as a bear bug. What? You get Mighty, that is the television man, and Debus and Karnam inside the TV. You get Spicky who just decides screaming with her mouse and keyboard, the hands, and that's just who she is. And you have me, I am fire. I am on fire, send help. Now compare these two images and you'll probably be able to see how much more detail I'm able to present with these drawings. Same goes with the icon. The icon is now only a smiling, wacky face who is a combination of all of us. The clock concept is just gone. You can see that the scarf has team written on it, as more of a self-cheering mascot. With this image I can already tell the next changes to TeamTime are gonna be much smaller. And even though you might say the drawing style is childish, you're probably right, but at some aspects that's just who we are. Remember kids, TeamTime stands for Teleportation Evolutionary Attack Machine to Incubate Meme Enforcement. I hope my fellow content creators learned something from this video. If you feel like you need to change your image, you probably should sit down and think about it while your channel is still considered at small dimensions. You have to be who you are, or else you probably end up like a poor prank channel for fishing for upvotes because being someone you're totally not. Thank you everyone again for choosing to subscribe to us, and I'll be seeing you in the next milestone, I hope. Peace!